We're live. It's the Lynn Serrano Show. I'm Lynn Serrano.
And I'm Sheryl Isenhour.
We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Hey, Cheryl, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good. I know you picked this topic like a couple days ago, I think, or maybe it was just yesterday. I don't know. Days run in, but so different, so much alike. I'm looking forward to hearing your whatchamacallit on this.
No thoughts. You sent me a picture. And that's that was a thought that went through my mind. So different, so much alike. I mean, we are as different as two people I know, but we have a lot of the same values, a lot of the same things going down. We're both female, we're human, we have kids, we have grandkids. So even though we're so different, we're so much alike. That's where the title came from. Um, if you remember, it was less than 10 seconds after you sent the photo.
Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going to upload that to let everybody know what you're talking about. But that's awesome. Like, yeah, I'm uploading it now.
The thing is, after I stick that, set that up there, I got to looking back over. I mean, you know how many interviews I do a week, and
Hmm.
even though they're different, most of them are males. Needless to say, they each have their. Well, that was definitely a picture. Hair
Aw,
blonde
yeah.
side there.
Look at both of our hair. So, but we got the picture. That's all that matters.
But it was, it got me to thinking about how much alike the general populace is and where did it change so much? I mean, I got in this morning, I need to not go down rabbit holes, okay? And I do when I start. But I got to thinking, okay, where does IQ, where does this come in at? Are you born with it or whatever? And hypothetically, no, you're not. You're not born as a smart child. Some children are born with lower IQs because their mother didn't take care of themselves. They had some bad, some stuff going on, or the mother was ill, or either the nutrition, just a lot of things. I mean, Edison, I knew this, but do you know how many times he tried before he got the light bulb?
Oh yeah, billions of times. It wasn't billions, but yeah.
10,000 times. He just, and the thing is, everybody always commented to it. Uh, so you tried 10,000 times and didn't work. He said, before you got it, he said, no, I tried 9,999 so I could get it perfect
Yeah.
or something like that. And I thought, that's the way the world should look at it. These people, the geniuses, as we call them, probably were not born that way. They did a lot of. There was a lot of their parents did right. They ate right. The brain matured differently, and so are we going to all be geniuses, or are we going to always, no? But I mean, I look at it now, and dementia, and I'm at that golden age to start riding that boat. But to the ways you can deter it is a good diet. Obesity is not a good one. So I need to work on that. Exercise, I really need to work on that one. But, just the list of things. I try to eat right. I try to take my vitamins. I try to do that. So I do a lot of things right. But am I doing something wrong that's going to cause the cells to start dissipating? So the next person next to me, again, so different but so much alike, that never goes into dementia, what did they do to stop it? We were just alike when we went into this path. So that's where this all came from, and that's the rabbit hole I took this morning.
Oh, and I no, I love it because it's like that game that they would play. What looks similar and what doesn't look alike? And four things you had to take the one that wasn't. That didn't match the. If you thought they were fruit or you know, you have vegetables and all of a sudden you put a tomato in there and you're like, which is the fruit, you know? I mean, like you need to know the difference. And so, a lot of things can look so different right away, but like you said, but then you can always find common denominators.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
let's face it, we're all human. Well, some of
Right.
us qualify. It's a little different. We're human. We we were all born basically the same way. Maybe not.
Mhm.
It didn't work. It didn't go the same, but we all came from the same place.
The belly.
Okay, we came from right there. We all had moms, and I'm going to say Happy Mother's Day coming up to all the mothers out
Yes.
there.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
So there's so many similarities. Like you said, if you just dig deep enough, you can find it. And I don't care if you make $1 a year or $1 million a year. You were born the same way,
Right.
and you'll go the same way. We will
Well,
all die.
well, let's just talk about all the mothers that actually never carried a child, but have been in the mothering position, whether they're a daycare worker or a teacher or a mentor. I mean, women have that natural mother instinct.
Or an adaptive mother, or an
Yeah, adopted. Yep.
adopted, that kind
Yep. Foster mother. Exactly. You're still a mother. I mean, but it's still all the same, you know? And again, it's great to say that we need to. I think last night at the show I was talking about the fact that we should all just realize that we do have things in common, and you know, and it's just if you start out with love, then you find what more things you love about that person,
yeah.
instead of finding the things that you don't. So,
Well,
Mary Kay, beautiful Mary Kay.
so many people dig for the bad in people.
Right.
It's kind of, I guess that's what drives me nuts about a lot of people, that you just draw that first, you don't, I don't want to be around you. And it's because you never have anything good to say. Never.
Yeah.
And, there's days, there's a few things that I don't like, but I'm not going to start blabbing it around the world.
Yeah.
And so, but that's where the difference comes in. We all don't react to the things the same. We
Yeah.
react, but some of it's interior as opposed to exterior.
The bright side of things are always the best way to look. I mean, you know, I we're naturally always going to be negative because fight or flight. We're always trying to find everything. Hi Bob, thanks for being here. It's okay, you're late. You're on time. But so you've got to just be very conscientious to do and look for the bright side, not try to go to the natural negative side of something. You know,
Nice if more people were that way. It really is. Because I mean, the people come on here, they're cheery, they're happy. I'm assuming they're living a happy life. Bob especially, undoubtedly this must be one really happy day. And he also does gorgeous work. But
yes,
the thing about it is we're all alike. Well, and it's a good thing we don't all act alike. This would be a boring world.
yeah,
It would be a lot nicer if most people acted on the nicer side.
yeah. And that's funny because, like you said, I got dark hair, dark eyes. You got blonde hair, blue eyes. I mean,
I got white hair. Blue.
well, you know what I mean.
Well, that's there one day.
I
You'll get
just got a daughter that's a hairdresser. That's why it still looks like this.
you'll get more like me than you think. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
So, you're welcome, Bob. But yeah, so different and so much alike is you can talk about that in all different kinds of things, business, personal, and all those things are above. But I think I think when you peel the onion back, that's one place to start. And that's the thing. People should find the common denominator or the common purpose, like groups or association or orgs and stuff like that. They come together to form a bond in a mission with something. So, when there's conflict, you have to go back to look, what is the common ground here? Why is our purpose for being here?
I mean, people naturally, I think, like you said, they tend to look for the bad because the good's supposed to be there. So they see the bad more often. I mean, I'm just almost perfect. Right.
That's contradictory in terms, right? I mean, that's
Mm.
just there's no such thing as perfect, but being perfect, being yourself, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I wouldn't claim to be. The thing is, I really do
Yes,
try to get better. Okay. No, it doesn't, Bob. If you
but
It doesn't cost anything to be nice or
that's right.
kind.
Yep, yep. And so I love that. And yeah, Bob Schilling, Scottish Schilling, he's always saying, respect, honor, and dignity, and that's a really good place to start. I
Well,
mean,
and we've always heard you're the factor of the five people you hang around with.
yeah,
And so, hang around with people that you like their attitude, you like what they do, you like how they feel. Believe me, even if you're having a bad day, it will definitely boost you up. I mean, I
oh
had
yeah,
had my car towed in last night, but the driver, that brought my car in was a almost 21-year-old kid. He had started driving a tow truck as soon as he got his license. One of the most knowledgeable, nicest kids I think I have ever seen in my life.
that's awesome.
Hardworking, and everything was bright and shiny to him. Everything was a bright penny.
And I bet he loved your car too, though.
Talked about it. We talked about everything. We talked about half the town because he had moved here, and he made the mistake of asking me had I been here a long time. And when I told him how many years, it's like, well, do you know this? And do you? And it was just that bubbly talk. We had about a 30 to 40 minute ride, and just very the knowledge that he wanted to hear, and but everything and everybody that we knew, together, it was like we were really nice, and everybody was nice to him, and I thought that was so cool. I don't find near that many young people with that attitude anymore.
Yeah, it's always a fresh air or breath of fresh air. Boy, we're all tongue tied.
And good today, aren't we? Well, that's what we're like. The mouth is not working with the brains at all.
Yeah, it's the connection there. There's a connection. So, but yeah, no, I like that you could look at that picture real quick and say, hey, so different, but so much alike. And I mean, I grew up in New York and you grew up down south, so
As
we
far apart as we could get.
yeah, so I mean, it's always a learning curve. But again, we just love and there's the beautiful Debbie Bettendorf.
Hey,
We
Deb.
we love you. So, but again, she's got the blonde hair. We're different, but so much alike. I mean, it's just
It's like us when she gets old.
it's right.
I
But
think I think that was predestined many, many years ago. It's like, I don't care what you do through life, I will put you all in the same boat at the end.
right, yeah. I mean, look at the guys. So a lot of guys come in with barely any hair on their head, and then they get older, they don't barely have. You turn into that little baby you were
My
back
dad
in the
died with a full head of hair. And I mean, you could tell it was beginning it was a little thinner, but
yeah.
it was white and glossy. And I know the guys used to say, you know, I don't have any hair. He said, I got plenty. But I always make the mistake. The guy's sitting there and he says something about hair, or the woman will say something about their hair, and the guy will say, at least you have it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I think I think you're right. I mean, it when you can stop and stop your bitching or stop your criticizing, and then you realize, look, you got it good. There's people that don't, and but again, when you can get that common denominator, being human beings and ladies and moms and sisters and all this other stuff, you know, then you're down to the bare bones. Then you're really down to what matters in life, and you know
I mean,
everything.
we have Mother's Day right on the horizon, but it's not
Yes,
far till Father's Day.
yes.
Each has their time.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not lucky enough to have either one of mine, so everybody needs to grasp what they've got. Um,
Well, they still got it.
while you've still got it, you never know what the next 5 minutes is going to bring, much less the next year.
Yeah, you're right. And that just that encompasses the your final words here, because what more do you want to add to that?
The only thing I'd like to add is, life's special, yours and everybody's around you. Make yours the best it can be, and whatever you do, make somebody smile every day.
Yeah. Uh, happy. Thank you so much, and happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Is correct, as well as Debbie. Yes, and Mary Kay, and everybody watching on the replay, and anytime you're watching this, we don't need to wait once a year for these things. It doesn't matter when you're watching this. Happy Mother's Day to you every day while you can. And it just it's the little things that make the kindness when you're sad or you're bitter or something. There's always something good to look at. Because everything has a season and a reason.
Mhm.
So as always, I'm blessed to spend this time with you. We're blessed to have these podcasts with Sheryl. Thank you so much, Sheryl, for your wisdom and your words and your topics that you bring along.
Thank you
Completely.
for having me on the boat.
Yes, I love you so much.
Love
Well,
you.
you guys, I think it's a wrap. What do you think, Sheryl?
Wrap it up.
All right. You guys, we'll see you next week, God willing. Love you guys. Bye bye.
You're like a